good Sunday morning. I hope you're having a wonderful start to the Lord's Day, which is absolutely every day, but we worship together. We are in the 3rd chapter of Colossians, and I have my son with me, and I have a question for him, you. You're preparing to perhaps go away to college, and I'm going to ask you, how do you think you're going to carry out staying in God's will, his plan, his path for your life, having so much independence, and you're going to have 1,000 choices every day? How?
What do you mean choices?
You're going to decide, what to do with your time, your pleasurable activities, not study versus chill out with friends. You're going to meet people from all over the world. You're going to be confronted with so much. How are you going to deal with that? And still please God and, retain the teaching and the foundation?
I don't know until I'm really put in a situation.
Oh, you're not going to have it pre-planned or meditated?
I mean, I know right from wrong, but you're not gonna have my real answer until I'm actually faced with the situation.
Okay, well, let me help you out. Verse 17 says, "Whatsoever ye do in word or deed, do all in the name of the Lord."
Oh yeah, I know I'm not there. I'm not gonna be at college for myself. I know I'm gonna be at college because I'm there to change lives, and it's not for myself that I'm there. It's not for my own pleasure, whatever.
Okay, so you're gonna be on assignment.
Yes,
kind of.
Yes.
Okay, all right, you're planted there for a reason, wherever. Okay, I got you. That's good. And in verse 17 also, Paul says, to do everything in the Lord's honor and to be able to thank him for what you're doing. Right? Now, how does that practically look? Going backwards, verse 16, let the word of God richly dwell in you so that you can teach others, your peers, teenagers, other college students. You can admonish, encourage each other. In what way? Psalms, hymns, and then spiritual songs. So, isn't it important the type of music you listen to, right? Because it does influence us. What do you have to say about that? We can't hear you.
I don't like what you put in your ear,
What you put in your ear.
It's going to affect what you say and stuff.
It'll affect what you say and what you do. That's right. And let the peace of God rule in your hearts. If this music is not going to lead you to the peace of God so that he is preeminent in your life and in your heart. And some things we got to put on and some things we got to make sure we take off. Put on, in verse 12, we put on, because you're the holy, you're the beloved, you're the elect, you're the called, mercies, kindness, humbleness, long-suffering, patience, being able to forgive one another. And some things that we need to, some things that we need to take off are what? What do you think we need to take off?
Things that are...
Can't hear you. Things that are what?
Keeping us from hearing God or
like what? Keeping us from hearing God, which could be what?
Going off on people.
Going off, snapping on people. That's right. That is in verse 8. Put off anger, wrath, malice, blasphemy, disrespect, filthy communication, lying to one another. That's the old man. That's the old nature. Stay away from that stuff. And put on the new man, which is renewed in the knowledge of God after the image created in him. So when we look in the mirror, we should see, not physically, but we could see the image of God in our life, the fruits of the Spirit. Now, how do we do that? Okay, we said a lot of good things, but in verse 5, it says, mortify, put to death these things, right? Because in verse 3, ye are dead. We're dead. And our life is hid with Christ in God. So the things that we should make sure that we crucify, put to death, is fornication, sex outside of marriage, uncleanness, inordinate affection, evil concupiscence. Do you know what that means?
No.
Sensual desires, right? If it's leading us to something that, is not glorifying God with our bodies.
What's an example of that?
Pornography. Anything. anything that leads you to sex outside of marriage that dishonors your temple, covetousness, and worshiping wealth. And people will say, oh, it's about the salary and the career that you get in the major. No, you want to honor God with, why? Because you're setting your affections on things above and not on things on earth. That's the bottom line. And in verse 1, seek those things which are above. Amen.
Not horizontal.
Not horizontal, but vertical, where Christ sitteth on the right hand of God. Because why? We are risen with Christ. It doesn't have to be Easter Sunday. We are risen. We are sitting in heavenly places with our Father because we're victorious. Anything else?
Have a great week.
Have a great week. And make sure that your position is right. And walk in that victory. Have a wonderful time worshiping the Lord this Sunday.
Good day.
Good day.